Yo! Perfidious Bead here, back to slide past this ambush like a groundskeeper sliding past Mike Wallace's grave in XCOM, War of the Chosen. See, we're getting ambushed here, and Mike Wallace was like the founder of television ambush journal. No, you know what? I'm sorry. Just forget I even introed the episode at all. That was a terrible, terrible metaphor. And I'm sorry. It's just, it's been a long day, and when I reached back into my brain there for something either maybe moderately amusing or relevant to our current situation, or ideally both, and went, hey brain, what do you got? And it just stared at me across the desk where my brain sits, heaved a sigh, and then slid a headshot of Mike Wallace across the top and shrugged. Like, this is the best I got, Pete, I'm sorry. It's a weary, weary day. Just a half-ass cracked about a guy who used to be the co-host of 60 Minutes and who also I think has been dead for like a decade and a half. It's not like Mike Wallace is still relevant to the gestalt of cultural consciousness. The man's been dead for longer than a good portion of the population has even been alive. Brain's really on its game today. Yep, doesn't really bode well for Cameron Diaz and Snoop here either, that my brain is barely functioning, when that's the only thing that's keeping them alive, in theory. Well, it's gonna be like two guys who drop out of a plane here, and if the worst comes to worst, Bradford, we'll just kill them. So let's cop a squat, see what boils out. Let's see what shakes out of this plane. Why the groundskeeper, though? Well, see, Mike Wallace is dead, that's why. I'm assuming the groundskeeper probably doesn't want to mow Mike Wallace's grave, because, you know, most humans are lazy and stupid by nature. So it'd just be like, nobody's coming to visit Mike Wallace's grave, let's just not mow it. Just slid right past and left it all unkempt. So the two of you couldn't have cooperated to, like, be near each other and thus easily killable, huh? Well, Snoop might still be able to bring this dude down. He's got a 40% chance to crit, 10 to 12 damage. How much health have you got? One of these days I'm going to remember to install numeric health totals. This man has 12 health, so we have like a 40% chance for a crit, which will kill him outright. Why do you only have a 78% chance to hit? Oh, because Deadeye sucks, that's right. Alternatively, we could throw a grenade up here. Doesn't really, you know what, I'm gonna say Snoop can crit him and kill him, actually. Great shot. Yeah, I agree, that shouldn't have happened, Snoop. Snoop did manage to stay concealed, but now we're in a real dilly of a pickle. One of these guys is almost certainly gonna come step on Snoop, because that's how this game works. It always knows where you're at, even when it's not supposed to know where you're at. So I think we'll have Cameron Diaz come back here and take cover. All we gotta really do is just get out of this episode undetected. Cameron Diaz, unfortunately, could only sting this man. She's got no backup. Snoop Dogg, where were your lyrical stylings on that flank shot there? Well, so far Snoop remains unstepped on. And these men have cooperated nicely by clustering together near Snoop Dogg. So maybe we just do... Somebody's gonna have to set that off, though, and we don't have a bonus action. We can only kill at best one of these guys, and that leaves Snoop in a very vulnerable position. Plus, Snoop's got a bigger detection radius now. Maybe we have Cameron Diaz do it instead.
A delicate placement.
I don't much care for this. This mission is not going the way I would have liked it to have gone. We blow those guys, the kingdom come. That will summon a swarm of the Lost, which, all things considered, is fine. If anything, the Lost are going to give these guys something to focus on. That is not Cameron Diaz or Snoop Dogg. And Snoop's going to have to... I feel like maybe he should fall back.
I will go.
We're not really making much progress towards the exit here, guys. On the plus side, we are still concealed, and I do expect there to be somewhere along this line. I'm thinking if we, at any point on this mission, we become unconcealed, we're gonna get El Huntador. These guys doing a number on the Lost. For, you know, certain small values of numbers. Like, this guy, he got one. There's two. 2 is a number. No, the letter 2, Pete. What is this? Celebrity Jeopardy? The letter 2, my friend? The letter 2? Well, this is a good opportunity for Cameron Diaz to get some much-needed EXP. So we're going to have her shoot this Lost in the brain. 1 for you. And headshot, of course, a free action. We're going to remain unconcealed because you do have Silent Killer, right? Yeah, I was going to say our Silent Killer perk is keeping us safe. We have no more Lost we can see. Does our minimum damage... Our minimum damage does not kill that officer, so let's kill his friend instead. Cameron Diaz is going to end her turn. Unfortunately, she's going to end her turn empty. You need ammo to hunt? What is this? Like November in Missouri, where you'll be like all after the white-tailed deer? Gotta get them whitetails, Pete. So let's take a headshot here. Snoop, how come your chance to hit is so bad? Also, Snoop did not kill a Lost. You did kill... But you killed that man. Why were you revealed, though? Like, you killed him. Silent Killer should have triggered, and you should not be visible to the enemy. Fantastic shooting, Snoop. You've missed... don't worry about Volk, Snoop. Why don't you worry about me? Now you're revealed. We're going to get... Well, you're going to get flank shot. Oh, he's going to kill the Lost. Oh, good. That means Snoop's going to take a flank shot that might actually kill him. If you don't make it, I'm going to tell Volk it was your fucking fault. Well, Snoop could get up here and get himself a flank shot. Do you think you could hit him with the flank shot, Snoop? You haven't hit any goddamn thing else this entire mission, you worthless bastard. How about a can't miss shot? Can you make that work? Turns out, yeah, but only just barely. I'm very upset. I'm very angry with Snoop Dogg. He's a bad dog. That's a bad dog. It's a bad Snoop Dogg. More like Dio double suck. Oh, don't worry, Snoop. I'm gonna cover you, but what you're gonna wind up getting covered with is fucking dirt when I throw you in a grave because your ass is joining Mike Wallace 6 feet under. R.I.P. ambush journalism and gangster rap, I guess.
I will reposition.
Now we have to be extraordinarily careful for the remainder of this mission. We can afford to take 0 risks. Snoop Dogg's monstrous stupidity has completely boned us. That was 2 high percentage misses in a row. Snoop never drops 2 bombs in a row, man. When Snoop brings the heat.
As you order, Commander.
Think you can get behind this car without revealing yourself? Only just barely. I half expected him to just leap out of a second floor plate glass window there. Second floory. It's the combination of floor and story. Expected him to just leap out of a second floor plate glass window there and dive headfirst into the concrete, because that's about how he's running this mission so far. Snoop's like, I'm just going to take a header. Do you think the concrete will break my fall? Oh, good. There's an Andromedon. That is an enemy with which we are poorly equipped to deal. Yeah, you just keep walking the other way, champ. So maybe we can get those Lost to go handle that Andromedon for us. That would be lovely. And what else would be lovely is for us to make quality time slipping past these enemies. Speaking of Lost, there's a number of them over there. Snoop, we're just going to have you come over here.
No time to spare.
There's no time to spare, Snoop, because your vital juices are slowly leaking out of the giant rents in your body cavity. They ruptured his spleen. Let's see what this Andromedon's gonna do. If we can keep that Andromedon over there and have the law... What the fuck are you doing, though? Oh, he's getting gangbanged by Lost, I guess. I don't know if the Lost will even be able to do enough damage to punch his armor.
I will go.
Send Cameron Diaz forward. You got eyes on anything? Nope, which means it's safe for the Snoopster.
I must move quickly.
Yeah, quickly move right past that Andromedon if you would.
I am on watch.
Cameron Diaz, just stay on Overwatch and guard Snoop. Oh, good, there's a Muton here. Stop next to that exploding thing. Yeah, that's my boy. So here go the Lost. So this Andromedon is completely... They did do 1.2 points of damage to him. Also, somehow their fists managed to set something on fire. I guess they've leveled up their Saiyan powers, and they've gone full Hadoken. Well, you can see this man, but you cannot kill him. But what you can do is give him the stinger.
From the darkness, a light.
Cameron Diaz. See, Snoop Dogg? That's actually how it's done right there. What did Cameron Diaz do? She just stepped up, one shot killed a man. That's how it's supposed to be handled, sir. Lyrium core and advanced laser sight, neither of which we need or require. I would like to get Cameron Diaz some kills here if we could. Yeah. That man just punched a cargo container apart, which apparently counts as an explosion and summons Lost. I mean, that makes absolute perfect sense. We're content to let the Lost continue to beat that man to death. In the meantime, Cameron Diaz, you want to slip over here and maybe, speaking of Lost, pick yourself up a couple? Is that window open? Window's open. No, not that window. Go through the open window. Everybody in this game is so desperate to leap through a plate glass window. Why are you guys always in such a hurry to do something that's gonna really hurt a lot? It may look cool in action movies, but trust me, diving through a plate glass window is not a thing you want to make a routine part of your day. At least not if you like having most of your blood inside of you. You're gonna get some nasty gashes off of that.
My ammo is gone.
Cameron Diaz making good work of her silent killer ability.
Give me time to reload.
Unlike a certain rap genius that we all know and love over here.
I know where you are.
You know where I am? Rap genius, huh? Oh, I'm a rap genius, Pete. Combat genius, too, supposedly. Silent killer gonna trigger here. This better work. Okay, we still have no chance of being combined. Snoop can pick himself up a couple of extra kills then, too. Actually, you know what? Snoop doesn't even need kills. Let's leave that guy alive and hope he goes and beats on the Andromedon a little bit. We'll leave that last one up and have Snoop reload.
I have almost no ammo. I am reloading.
Let's see where this Lost goes. I'd like for them to get a shot on something up here so that we could get Cameron Diaz a kill and get her some actual experience. So I guess the punch doesn't always count as an explosion. Maybe the punch detonated something that exploded, and that was the reason for the explosion. Maybe it wasn't an actual explosion. The Lost are putting some work onto that, man. Alright, Snoop, can you get a flank shot on that? You can. Alright, come over here.
I go what I need.
Snoop does still have his sting ability up.
To go now.
So, if you could sting this man, not the Lost, though, that's a complete waste. 99%. Snoop, we gotta get you a scope or something, buddy. Oh, now you critical? The time we don't want you to critical and use sting, that's perfect.
I go where I am needed.
Yeah. Exactly what we wanted, Snoop. Exactly what we wanted. You know, we might not be able to get that man. We can get that man, though. But it's only... You know what? Nah, 95%. Not worth it. Overwatch.
We're always vigilant.
We're gonna wait until these guys beat this Andromedon down into the zone where we can kill it. Then we'll kill it. Give me like 3 more damage here, boys. 1 damage may have been enough. Cameron? You have an 84% chance to hit, and you definitely will not kill him with that shot. Snoop, what's your shot like here? 90. You'll also have an 85% chance to hit, and you also will not kill him. You do, however, have a claymore.
I am on the move.
What if we do this? Oh.
Soon our prey will fall.
So let's toss the old claymore out there, and then I think since Cameron, let's just have Cameron Diaz set the claymore up. It's gonna kill all of the Lost. It also shreds the Andromedon's armor. It did not kill him, and it will summon more Lost for the Andromedon to have to deal with. He's gonna come step on Snoop Dogg, though. Yep. Perfect. Snoop is probably dead. So we gotta kill this Andromedon, but then also run like hell. Assuming, oh, never mind, Snoop's just dead now. Well, say what you want about Snoop, but he's a tough son of a bitch. So we're in a little bit of a pickle here. Alright, Cameron Diaz, you can kill the Andromedon, and that's good. But we also need you to pick off a few of these Lost first. I'm worried that they might be able to catch Snoop. And we're going to need probably both of you shooting at the Remnant, the Andromedon Remnant. You know what? 89% it's too low. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you reload, take the shot here, and kill the Andromedon. Please don't miss the 1%er. That would be a very, very bad scenario. That's great, Pete. He's dead and all, but what are you going to do? And a promotion for Cameron Diaz. What are you going to do about Snoop Dogg? Don't worry, I have a plan. Snoop's got 3 bullets, and we can put all 3 of those bullets into this Andromedon, and that's what we're going to... Actually, I probably shouldn't have moved, because now we have 2 bullets. And 2 bullets is not enough. One Deadeye is also not enough. Probably should have just stood there, reloaded, and shot. Well, Snoop is not going to survive another attack. He's just not. We could have him run. Is he fast enough? No, because I didn't move my full allotment last turn. I could come over here. I don't think that's going to get us clear. We have no chance to crit, so taking this shot, there's no way Snoop survives if we gotta run. We might be able to survive if we run. Maybe. If we stay and fight, we're doomed. Or at least Snoop is doomed. He's gonna chase Snoop. Yep. So he shouldn't be able to move twice and attack. Okay. Now we just gotta worry about the Lost, of which there are only 4. We can handle this. Things are grim, but they're not hopeless. Let's do this correctly this time. Snoop, reload.
Re-up and reload.
And then if you would, please banish this man. All of these will hit, so we're looking between 21 and 24 damage from the Snoop Container here. That's enough to get this man dead. Snoop got the kill. And now Cameron Diaz has got to come and protect him from subsequent damage from these Lost. What should have been a cakewalk here has turned into definitely not a cakewalk. We should have just been traipsing in a circle here waiting for the music to stop. But instead, these are all regular Lost. Regular Lost. So none of these guys can even move an attack. Snoop is going to be okay. But we should have just been walking around in a circle waiting for the music to stop so that we could figure out what our number was and whether or not we were going to get a delicious cake for free. And instead, it's turned into this fucking calamity. At least we got 1 railing kill. There's the bright side of the episode. Got a railing kill. Yeah, railing kill, though. And we really need to go. Snoop needs to get out of here. I guess we're not going to fight a Chosen on this one, though, or they would have already appeared. Rack up more kills for Cam. That's not necessarily a kill. I was going to say rack up more kills for Cameron Diaz if we can, but that's not necessarily a fatal shot. Snoop, run past these dudes. Cameron Diaz only has one shot. It could generate a kill, just not a guarantee. Yeah. Let's see if Cameron Diaz has mucked her concealment. Yep. Perfect.
Shadows fail us.
So I guess we're just going to shoot these last two lost and then run like hell. Snoop is now surrounded. That's bad. Cameron Diaz, please kill this man. And then if you could, please kill his friend, and then let's get the hell out of here.
You must keep me resupplied.
It's the last bullet in the gun. It's the last enemy on the map. Now let's just get the hell out of here, will we? Come on. Let's go.
I cannot hunt without bullets.
All you have to do is get back on the Avenger. There's plenty of deer jerky waiting for you up there. You don't have to hunt anything. No, don't go on Overwatch, though. Get out of here. Oh, what a pile of shit that turned out to be.
All members of Wraith 1 have been successfully evac.
Did you just call them Wraith 1? Operation Brutal Priest. Oh, that's what you get when you like punch a choir boy instead of touch his genitals. Be like, oh no, he's not one of them fiddling priests. He's a brutal priest. I mean, they still defrocked him and kicked him out of the church, but he's not. He's a brutal priest, not the other guy. Just watching this ranger over here on the left side of the screen, just missing having somebody who had a sword and like blade storm so that they can just go stand in the middle of a horde of lost and laughingly chop them into haggis. Those were the good old days, huh?
Enough between the elders, their alien armies, and the chosen. Now we've got zombies to deal with.
They weren't really that. You know what? Say what you want, Bradford, but in that scenario, the zombies were actually kind of helpful. We would have had a very difficult time with that Andromedon if the zombies hadn't worked them over for us. Somebody picked up a negative trait. I'm going to assume it was... Snoop has the fear of missed shots. As he should. As he should. We'll say not now to avenge your power. Although we could use that.
Nothing but success.
What are you talking about, Betos? Did you not see the last episode?
On the chosen as a result of our latest action. If we want to take out the chosen once and for all, we should move to strike their stronghold.
So his territory's in North America, but his stronghold is in what would be, what is that, like the Ukraine or Georgia? Possibly. That's not Turkey. Turkey's more over here. It's like, it's somewhere on the Black Sea. Huh. Operation Steel Dance. Yeah, we're not going to do that right now. We will assign a new covert operation without Snoop Dogg on it. Forming a soldier bond. Do we have anybody we would choose to bond? We could bond James Franco and Paris Hilton. We could... Okay, we're going to bond James Franco and Paris Hilton, and then on our next mission, we will have our ace team that can go kill the hunter. So let's do that. James Franco... Paris Hilton's going to pick up +1 mobility as an addition to getting to fall in love with the lovely and vivacious James Franco. We definitely want to negate the risk that one of these guys gets wounded, because anything that costs supplies now, we don't care. We'll just throw supplies at it. You guys go handle that. Anything else we want to do? No, let's just wait for that covert action. Oh, we got to put Snoop Dogg in negative trait recovery. I mean, assuming he's capable of doing that because he's also injured. We have several people with negative traits. Can we get rid of that? No, because Snoop Dogg is here. Yeah, I know that he has a tichophobia? A tichophobia? Chance to panic when missing a shot. Well, yeah, and Matthew Flat Circle McConaughey has obsessive compulsive disorder. Okay, but how come I can't send McConaughey to the infirmary to get rid of that, though? It says there are no negative traits to remove, but there are no available soldiers with negative traits. But what about Matthew McConaughey, though? What is he doing that... Oh, he's in bond training with Cursor. We're going to have to wait 2 days. Fine, we'll wait the 2 days. Once he and Kirsten Dunst renew their vows. Nope, we're gonna have a worthless... I'm very tempted to just ignore this. Probably should. We don't need supplies, but I hate skipping missions. Alright, I mean, I suppose... We should be conserving for El Huntador, though, Pete. You're not wrong, but... The supply rate has nothing for us. It has literally nothing we want, though. But I just can't bring myself to skip a mission, damn it. We're sitting on a pile of supplies we can't use, but I can't let those alien bastards have one. I just can't. We're gonna have to do that supply raid, but we're gonna have to do it next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see some of the fine ambush-style journalism of Mike Wallace, you should tune into, I don't know, like 1968. Probably be a good thing you can watch, where he ambushed that Vietnam War general that got sued in a case that took like 20 years, where he sued him for libel. Yeah, that's the thing. Mike Wallace was... You know what? He wasn't actually good at all. He was just on 60 Minutes. It's like his one claim to fame. I'm the 60 Minutes guy. Yep, you are. My claim to fame, I'm the XCOM guy. Neither one of us is good, but the similarities are still shockingly unpleasant. I wish I had a little ticking watch now that could tick me out of the episode, like the 60 Minutes thing used to do, where I need something to get out of this. And instead, I'm just going to awkwardly bail. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.